Oh, hi guys and girls, Emma again. Welcome back to the spare room. I've sort of been a bit lax with videos, and I'm sorry about that. Life gets in the way, and I've been waiting for bits and pieces to come in, and cash flow and work's pretty crazy, all that sort of stuff. I've got a couple of projects I'm doing at the moment that I thought need a video probably. So this is the first one. You remember this little Lorch lathe? This is a Lorch L size lathe, which is 65mm centre height. I think it's 65mm centre height, something like that. And someone's done a bit of a job on this, right? They've filed this down and done a pretty rough job of it too. I've given this a clean up, and I've had this in ultrasonic for, which is over there, had this in ultrasonic for 20 minutes or so, and bubbled a fair bit of crap out of it, like come up a lot cleaner. I've made a bush or a washer just so we can keep that contour. Is the theory, because that's got a cut out there for the bolt. So rather than set that up and remachine it, which I don't really want to have to do, I'll do it if I've got to, but at this point I don't really want to have to do that. I thought, well, I'll make a mask or a bush there and put a little bit of, probably a little bit of grease on that, just for two reasons. One, to hold it in place, and one to stop the stuff sticking to it. So just a bit of grease out of the grease gun, and then I'm going to go and, it's good grease, but it gets all over everything. Now, I don't have any rubber gloves because of the current situation. So I've got some barrier cream, and I've put that on. I use that pretty regularly anyway. It's a fairly good product that I use a lot to keep the crap out of my hands. And I've got this, which is a JB World product, which is called Steel Stick. Which is a knead-up putty, rather than do it with JP World, which is kind of hard to get where you want it unless you've got a hole to fill up. I thought this might be the answer, as a two-part putty. It says it's an irritant, etc., 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 etc. Remove required amount of putty and mix thoroughly to a uniform colour and press it on the surface. This has been brake cleaned and ultrasonic to an inch of its existence, so I think it's probably going to stick. Start with about that much. It says until it's a uniform colour. Now that's looking pretty much like a uniform colour. So I'll poke some of this around here. Hopefully it will stick. That's where I'm at with it. Doesn't seem to say anything much about putting it in layers or anything like that. It's probably smart not to go too thick with it. But I think we're probably going to... There we go. I'm going to go wash my hands. And we'll see if that works. And it seems to come up okay with barrier cream, so I'm pretty happy about that. Don't really know if this is going to stick to that. The theory is that it probably will. If we have a look at the instructions, we'll put that away in a second, but if we have a look at the instructions, sets in 3 to 5 minutes, and after 60 minutes can be drilled, tapped, machine ground, filed and painted. Let's have a look at that. I'm about 60% sure that this isn't going to work, but we'll try it and see. So here we are 60 minutes later. No, we're not. It's next morning. This seems to have stuck pretty well. Just looking at it, it doesn't look like it's probably going to fall out of there. It's on there. It also seems to be pretty hard there. Not quite as hard as a cast iron, but certainly harder than wood. I'm going to spend a bit of time now and file it up and see how it looks. We might have to put a bit more in the top, but it's probably going to be all right. So I'll put this in the vise and spend some time on it, and we'll come back and we'll have a bit of a look. So this went in here pretty nice actually. This is what I've ended up with. I've spent a fair bit of time on this and cleaned it up. Not too many sharp corners that are going to chip. I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not. It's still got a bit of an undercut there, and we might try and get that. But next thing I guess is to mask this up and put a coat of paint on it, just to keep some of the dirt and rust out of it. Poor thing. I'm yet decided whether I'm going to tap this for a dividing attachment. The original pulley never had that function. Whether I make a plate to go on here might be a fun thing to do, and if we set up and did that and made a press-on plate or a fit-in plate with rows of holes on it, then it probably wouldn't be a big deal to organise that so that it works. But at this point I'm not sure about that. What I'd like is a coat of paint so it doesn't go rusty, just a coat of enamel, or like a coat of undercoat. And that'll show us too where all the holes and bumps and gaps and whether it needs a bit more filler or something. And apart from that, I'm sort of looking at this and thinking it's pretty good. So let's mask this surface, this surface, this surface, this surface, and give it a bit more of a clean up and a coat of paint, and we'll see how good it really looks. So we've got some undercoat on this. It's not looking too shabby really. It's not perfect, but it'll keep some of the rust at bay. And we'll give this a sand down. It's not properly dry yet is the problem, so I'm not going to touch it. But it looks all right. I'm fairly pleased with that. It still needs a little bit here, and when it dries, and a bit of a clean up and probably another coat of undercoat I think. But pretty happy with that. Anyway, thanks for... So I guess before I put some green paint on it, I need to decide what I'm going to do here and whether I'm going to tap this. Maybe I will. And what else needs to be done really before it all goes back together. But anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And more soon, guys and girls. Be kind to each other.